Hi everyone, thanks as always for tuning in to this video blog for polyphonic.org. Here at the University of Illinois Bands, the Marching Illini are over in Ireland to march the St. Patrick's Day Parade in Dublin, but I stayed behind because we're gearing up to be part of the North American Saxophone Alliance annual conference taking place here at the University of Illinois. There's going to be tons of saxophonists wandering our campus this coming week, and we open that all up on Thursday night with a concert of saxophone concertos. Registration also opens that day for the conference. And then Friday, there's going to be a jazz competition taking place here in our building, and so I'm sure that'll be pretty interesting. Today I wanted to talk a little about professionalism, which isn't a new topic in these video blogs at all, but lately I feel like it's a very important topic that needs to be revisited time and time again because its displays change and evolve with the world around it. In my interview with Joe Madden a few weeks ago, he touched a little upon how part of being a professional is replying and committing to the requests and the questions and the gigs that people send. And that's one very important element, but then there's also the behavior that the person displays once they get to the venue and in the situation that they've signed up for. Good rehearsal behavior should be practiced well right now, basically. I don't think that the rules of what's professional and what isn't needs to be repeated, but I get the feeling that many of my peers forget the reasons why they shouldn't be texting or browsing Facebook while sitting in rehearsals, and the reason is simply respect. It's just respectful not only to the conductor on the podium, but especially if this is a performance without a conductor, it's disrespectful to the other people in the ensemble. And I think musicians should be focused during rehearsals in order to create the best possible work that they can. And if the allure of the cell phone can't be resisted, then, and I know this is kind of harsh, perhaps they shouldn't be in ensembles with other people. Maybe they should consider not playing in these ensembles because it's just so distracting and rude. And maybe the person is required to be in the ensemble because of school, but now more than ever, it seems practicing being undistracted is an important skill to exercise. And I think maybe the only time it's acceptable to look at phones during rehearsals is if the person is involved or possibly involved in an emergency situation, such as like a family thing or your daughter's in labor, in which case, there's people to notify, the conductor, the operations manager, personnel managers, and then that's, more of a different situation, it's a different case. But simply browsing eBay while the conductor is giving instructions, even if he's not giving instructions to you, is, I don't know, I just don't think that's quite right. On my end, I suppose I could politely ask my stand partners to cease and desist this sort of behavior, but I've also wondered if maybe there's a way for me to just ignore these behaviors. Like maybe I'm just too sensitive to this, maybe I'm just paying too much attention to it, but when I bring this up with trusted colleagues, it seems to be a unanimous opinion that these behaviors are just distracting and they become really difficult to tune out because it takes us all out of the rehearsal. The thing is, well, people notice when others are being unprofessional, and in some cases it can cost said person future opportunities. Perhaps the person sitting next to them is a big contractor and they don't know it and they're new in town, and this person isn't going to want to hire because they see that they are not paying attention during the rehearsal, a rehearsal that other people might be interested in having instead. So anyway, part of being professional is practicing a good attitude in public, and on that note, I hope I'm not stepping on any toes here by saying all these things. This is clearly a tricky thing to know when it's the right time and place to address frustrations in touchy situations, so I'll just stop here. Okay, thank you, and see you next time.